Good morning to each and everyone. My name is Joshua Sikorpus, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major Mathematics. So our topic today is about chapter 3. So let's start in general form of odd and even numbers. In this lesson, we focus on odd and even number. But let's begin in our discussion with even numbers. What are even numbers? Even numbers basically multiple of 2. Examples include 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14, and so forth. So those are even numbers. Odd numbers basically numbers that not even. Example are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and so forth. Now, you might be wondering, what about 0? 0 is an even number. It's a multiple by 2 because 0 times 2 equals 0. So how can we tell if 25 is even or odd? Simply look at the one digit, 5. 5 is an odd number, so 25 is gonna be odd number. Now, what about 46? So look at the last digit here, 6. Is even 6 is even number. So 46 is gonna be even number. What about 174? 4 is an even number. So 174 is even number. So both 46 and 174, they is divisible by 2. Any number from which you divided by 2 in yet an integer. As a result, it's going to be an even number. 2 doesn't go into 239. So that now going to be even in the fact, it will look at 9 is an odd number. So 239 is going to be odd numbers. Next. Let's work on some other examples. 1,067, 5,830, 47,531. So 1,067, if we look at the last number, that number is odd. So entire number will be odd. So 5,830. This end in a 0. 0 is an even. So 5,830 will be even. 47,531. 1 is a odd. So that whole number is going to be odd. So 47,531 is to be odd number. So that a quick simple way which you can identify even and odd numbers. What happened when you add even numbers with another even number? Will we get an even number or odd number? The sum of two even numbers is an even number. For instance, if we were to add a 4 and 8, but 8 both are even numbers, the results will be even. We'll get 12. Another example. 8 plus 10 equals 18. So 18, another even number. 132, which is even number, plus 204, that is even number. When add those numbers, will we get 336, which is even number as well. So the sum of two even numbers will give you an even result. Now, what happened when we add two odd numbers? When we two odd numbers plus odd numbers will give you uneven numbers. Why? So example, 5 plus 3, those are two odd numbers, is equal to 8. So 8 is an even number. Another example, 3 plus 9, another set of odd number, that is 12. 12 is an even number. 13 plus 9 is going to be 32, another even number. Last example, 7 plus 11. Two odd numbers will give you an even numbers. The result is 18. So, the sum of two odd numbers is an even number. The sum of two even numbers is an also even number. Now, what if we add an even number and odd number? When you add these two, the result will be odd. 2 is an even number and 3 is an odd number. 2 plus 3 equals 5. That's odd number. Another example. 4 is even number, 7 is odd number. 4 plus 7 equals 11, which is odd. In here, we have 8 plus 9 equals 17, which is odd. So, anytime you add an even number with an even number, you're going to get a odd result or an odd number now. Now, let's consider some other situation. What happens if we multiply an even number with another even number? What results do you think we're going to get? What's your guess? What's your guess in this one? An even number times even number give you as an even number. So let's look some examples. If multiply 4 times 8, this will give you us 32. So 32 as an even number. 6 as an even number. 12 is an even number. So 6 times 12 equals 72. So 72 is an even number. Now, what about 2 times 6? 2 times 6 equals 12. So that's also a even number. So anytime you multiply an even number by another even number, you're gonna get an even result. Now, what gonna be happen if we multiply an odd number with another odd numbers? So 3 is an odd and the same true to 5. If we multiply 3 and 5, it's going to give us 15. So 15 is odd number. Another example. 7 is odd, 9 is odd. As well, 7 times 9 equals 63. 63 is an odd number. Now let's try to multiply 11 by 13. 11 times 13 going to be 143. So this is odd number. So we can see that whenever you multiply two odd numbers, going to get an odd results. Now what if multiply even numbers and odd numbers? What is going to be happen? So, example, 2 is even, 3 is odd. So 2 times 3 equals 6. So an even number. 4 is even, 5 is odd. So 4 times 5 equals 20. Is an even number. Another, 8 is an even, 9 is odd. 8 times 9 equals 72. Is an even number. So, an even number times an odd number will give you an even result. Now, what about subtraction? What happens if we were to subtract an even number with another even number? Let's say if we take a large even number and subtract it by small even number. Example, 10 minus 4 equals 6. 6 is a even number. Another, 18 minus 6 equals 12. 12 is an even number. 24 minus 10 is 14. 14 is an even number. So, anytime you subtract an even number with another even number, you're going to get an even result. This is the reverse of adding two odd numbers, which give us an even result. Now we adding two odd numbers, we got an even numbers. Let's see what's going to happen if we subtract two odd numbers. So take a large odd number and subtract by small odd number. 13 minus 7 equals 6. 6 is an even number. 17 minus 9 equals 8. 8 is an even number. 11 minus 5 equals 6. 6 is an even number. So, an odd number minus another odd number is an even number. Now, if you were to take an even number and subtract by an odd number, the results will be odd. Or if you reverse it, let's say if you take an odd number and subtract by an even number, you also get an odd number. So, illustrate this if we were subtract 18 minus 7, a large even number by a small odd number. We'll get 11, which is odd. If we would take the 12 subtract by 3, that will give you as an odd number 9. Now, let's say if we take a large odd number like 15 by small number like 4, that will give us that odd number 11. If we will take 9 subtracted by 2, it will give us an odd number 7. So, an even number minus an odd numbers or an odd numbers minus even numbers will give you an odd number. So, this is all about general form of odd and even number. Our next topic is about divisibility rules. Today, we study about rules of divisibility. These rules help us to determine whether a number is divisible by another number without actually carrying out the division process. Let us look at the different divisibility tests. Divisibility by 2. If the number is an even, thus ends in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0, we say that given number is divisibility by 2. Example, 26 ends in 6, thus its divisibility by 2. Divisibility by 2. Next, divisibility by 3. If the sum of the digits of number is divisibility by 3, we say the given number divisibility by 3. Example, look at the number 384. When we add up all the digits, that is 3 plus 8 plus 4, we get the sum as 15. With that 15 is divisibility. We say that the 15 is divisibility by 3. Thus, we conclude that 384 divisible by 3. Divisibility by 4. If the number formed by the last two digits of the given number is divisible by 4, we see the given number is divisible by 4. Example, look at the number 164. 64 divided by 4 equals 16. Its last digits form the number 64, which divisible by 4. Thus, the whole number 164 divisible by 4. Divisibility by 5. If the number ends in 5 or 0, we say that the given number is divisible by 5. Example, 525 ends in thus it is divisible by 5. Look at this another example. 330 ends in 0. Hence, it is also divisible by 5. Divisibility by 6. If the number divisible by both in 2 and 3, we say that the given numbers is divisible by 6. Example, look at the number 408, it's divisible by 2. The number ends in 8 and thus it divisible by 2. It is divisible by 3. So, 4 plus 0 plus 8 is equal to 12, which is divisible by 3 because 12 divided by 3 equals 4, which is makes the number 408 divisible by 3 as well, hence 408 divisible by 6. Divisibility by 8. If the number formed by the last 3 digits of the given number is divisibility by 8, we say that the given number divisible by 8. Example, look at the number 53,888. Its last 3 digits form the number 8 and on 888, which is divisible by 8. Thus, 53,888 is divisible by 8. Divisibility by 9. If the sum of the digits of the number is divisible by 9, we say that the given number divisible by 9. Example, 729,639. Here on adding the digits 7 plus 2 plus 9 plus 6 plus 3 plus 9. We get the sum of 36, which is divisible by 9 because 36 divided by 9 equals 4. And 729,639 is divisible by 9. And the last, divisibility by 10. If the number ends in a 0, we say that the given number divisible by 10. Example, 8,620 ends in 0. Thus it divisible by 10. Remember this is divisibility test to find out answer. So that's all my report. I hope you learn. Thank you.